Hi, my name is Kostya Bakanov. I just want to share you a little thing about my background, about my testimony, how God called me to the ministry, for the ministry. And I was born in a Christian home. My parents, both mom and dad, they were Christians. My grandmother accepted Christ when she was little, and she was maybe 13, 14 years old during the First World War. The German soldier shared the gospel in the village where she lived, and she accepted the Lord at that time. She kept her faith during all this time of Soviet persecution, communist persecution. She got the Bible. My dad still owned this Bible. It was printed in 1897. And my father accepted the Lord when he was about 40 years old. Have 4 children, very successful life, everything was in place, but something was missing, his relationship with the Lord. And he and my mom in 1981 accepted the Lord, and they joined a Baptist church here in Simferopol, and they started to attend the church, and they brought the family in the church also. So I was about maybe 12 or 13 years old at that time, and I felt like that's a good place, but it's too early for me to go to church. I want to play, I want to study, I want to do all kind of things. And especially in the Soviet time, it was very difficult for Christians really to survive. The main purpose for the church was just to survive, just to stay faithful to the Lord. And my father lost his job because he became a Christian. He started sharing his faith, sharing his testimony with other people, sharing about Christ. And God provided for our family through beekeeping. We've been raising bees, and we are, selling honey. We were selling honey on the market, and it really was sufficient. It was a miracle, but it was God's way for us to have a provision for the family. And I grew up, graduated high school. I didn't join any communist organization during this time, but it was almost like obligation. But I just decided, because my parents, they were Christians, and my dad always told me, when you read the Soviet newspaper, you read between the lines. You don't believe in everything these people say, because a lot of these things was just propaganda, just communist brainwashing. And I went to Simferopol State University. I want to be teacher of physics. And they asked me why I'm not a member of Communist Party. I just told them, I don't believe in communism. I don't want to be part of this big crowd. So this professor told me, you're not welcome in this university. We cannot accept it because you're not a member of Communist Party. It was 1986. So after that, I worked for a year, and I served in army for 2 years. Came back home really with no purpose and desire to go to university, and really no direction in life. Everything was falling apart. Soviet Union was not in place anymore. Ukraine became an independent country. So I just really felt like I just live my own life, and we'll see what happens. So I get involved with my old friends, school friends, with all the drinking and partying and everything. So after several months of this kind of life, or that kind of life, I just really felt like there's no future for me. So I decided I will go to Russia, to the southern part of Russia, where my brother is farming and he's doing beekeeping. I was familiar with this kind of job, so I went there, and really God has a sense of humor. He put me in a place where it was a very little church, about maybe 13 people all together with the pastor. All of them, they were ladies except the pastor. And I went to this church for the first time, and I felt like I'm at home. That this lady just really embraced me and loved me, and just really, I felt like, this is the place for me to be. I felt like God is calling me to be in this place. And I, especially, I accepted the Lord really attending this church several times. I was baptized there, and I joined this church, and I was discipled by the pastor of this church. I was the only man in the church, so he had really no choice. I had no choice, and especially with beekeeping, really have nothing to do with the bees, especially in the winter time, and you have 2 feet of snow, in Russia, and really plenty of time to read the Bible, plenty of time to talk, to share, to ask questions. After spending 2 years in this place, I moved back to Crimea, joined Simferopol Baptist Church, and really felt like I need to find a maybe smaller group of people that can help me in my spiritual growth, and I can help others also. And in 1992 I heard about this ministry, Bible Education by Extension. Bible Education by Extension that come to our church and offer small group setting Bible studies, discipling Bible studies, that I can be discipled, I can go through this program, and I can teach other people also. It was Navigators 2.7 series, very basic, very simple course. After finishing maybe first 5 lessons, I realized that I can share something with other people. So I started my own Bible study class, and then few more Bible study classes. At the same time I get married. I met my wife at the Bible study group, and it was very obvious for me. You have 9 guys and 1 girl. You have to move quick. So we got married, and I felt like God is calling me to go to another churches in Crimea to offer them this opportunity to join discipling Bible study and really discipling other people. And especially at that time, it was really new for people. The church was full of people that new believers. People started coming to church because the door was open. It was no persecution, so nobody was discipling them. This was a big problem for the churches. Lots of baby Christians. So I was working as a driver, and I was leading Bible study classes, and it was really hard. I had like 5 groups to lead, and have a job, and baby on the way. But I felt like God is calling me for a full-time ministry. In April 1993, so it's like 15 years ago, I decided that I will quit my job, and I will commit myself to the Lord, and He will provide the needs for my family through, I don't know how, but and He did. He provided, and we started Bible Education by Extension Crimea training centers with 7 people, and right now it's about several hundred people involved in the training. And it's not just education, it's training. It's about knowing God's Word, about being a good Christian, and doing God's will. Know, be, do. This is the 3 key words that we're trying to accomplish in the ministry. And lots of things happened since that time, and I really didn't regret that I commit myself to the Lord for the full-time ministry. And I'm really glad that I was able to share. I'm able to share my testimony with many people, and I can share and I can see how God is working, changing lives of people, really through discipling them. One after another. You have come to Crimea maybe for the first time, and I hope it will be not your last time. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you in Crimea again the next summer, or fall time, or springtime, and we will be ministering together. Right now I have family, 3 kids and 1 wife. She is very involved in the ministry also with the ladies, and they also want to partner with you guys, with your church, and we will be glad. So give us a call, Skype us, send us email, and God bless you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Все, нет.
Ну, хорошо.